ship.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
How did we get to America? On ships, right? So did everybody on the earth go into slavery on ships? Who went into slavery on ships, brother? That's right.
Crazy.
For yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord is coming as a thief in the night. What? As a thief in the night.
Thief in the night.
Right.
The Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night, man. Nobody knows when the Lord is gonna come back.
Right.
Nobody knows.
This the book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
What?
For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
Right, the wisdom of the Lord, man, right, and the wisdom of life is more moving than any emotion, man, right? And that's what the Lord has given us to speak to our people, man, right? And that thing is gonna move you more than anything, man, right? It's gonna move you more than damn weed, right? It's gonna move you more than that damn Hennessy bottle, right? It's gonna sit there and move you more than damn Keisha, Letitia, right? And all these damn heathenistic women, man. Right.
Oh, you're going crazy.
Praise to the Most High. John, all praise to the Most High God. Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. Go, Baba Gashak, can you go to the book of Proverbs chapter 20 and 4? Brother brought it out earlier, right? Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 24, right? Give me the book of Baba Gashak, can you go to book of Haggai chapter 2 and verse 4?
This book of Proverbs, chapter 20.
Verse 24, verse 4.
Come, the book of Proverbs 20 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold.
By reason of the what?
By reason of the cold.
I said the slugger will not plow by reason of the cold, man. There's so many reasons to, think about all the reasons it is to stop doing the work, man. Think about all the reasons it is to not go out, man. Right? And that's called excuses.
Right.
Right? That's called, it's a line in the way, it's a line in the street. Right. That's called looking for a reason to not do something, man. But guess what? The Lord commanded us to do this thing. Right? And no matter how cold it is, no matter how hot it is, no matter how hard it's raining or hard it's snowing, we gotta come out and fulfill the will of the Most High God.
Right. Therefore shall he beg in harvest.
Therefore shall he what?
Shall he beg in harvest.
Yeah, hey, a man like that, a beg in harvest, man.
Right.
Right? It's the reason why you only see one group of people. When I say group, I'm not talking about literal group. Right? But you only see the Israelites on the highways and byways, hey, in the wintertime, man.
Right.
It's the off season for a lot of religions.
Right.
They off season right now. They done put in work from spring all the way to fall, and now they say, all right, we hanging it up right now.
Microphone back in
Right
the
now we don't see the pastors that be out no more.
Right.
They only come out for the real big events.
Right.
The real big events, then they go out. Right, that big nasty microphone screaming.
That
right?
nasty wagon.
That nasty sign, man. Right? Bring us up.
The book of Haggai chapter 2 and verse number 4.
Bring it on.
Yet now be strong, O Zerubbabel, saith the Lord, and be strong, O Joshua, son of Josedek, the high priest, and be strong, all ye people of the land, saith the Lord, and work, for I am with you.
It said, and work, for I am with you. Right? No matter who you are, no matter if you out here, no matter if you behind the camera teaching your family, Lord willing, or building yourself up, right, to eventually come out here or to teach your family, guess what? The Lord tells you to do something, and that was work. Right? And that's what we got to do continuously while we upon the face of the earth.
Right.
Right? It ain't nothing else to do. Right? There's nothing else to do but to work.
Right.
Right? Go to the book of Acts chapter 28 and verse 20.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 28 and verse number 20.
Bring it on.
It reads this. For this cause, therefore, have I called for you to see you and to speak with you, because that for the hope of Israel.
That for the what?
That for the hope of Israel. I am bound with this chain.
He said what?
I am bound with this chain.
That's what we bound with chains, man. Are we bound with literal chains? You understand? No, what are those chains? What are those chains that we bound with? And we bound with having to come out here week in and week out and teach our people, man.
That's right.
It don't matter what's going on in brothers' lives. Guess what we got to come out here and do? We got to come out here and do the work of the Lord. Why? Because He commanded us to work, man. He commanded us to build. And no matter what, hey, with all the strength that we got in us, hey, we gonna fulfill His will to the best of our ability.
Right.
Jeremiah chapter 20. Give me Jeremiah 20 and start at verse 9.
book of Jeremiah chapter 20 and verse number 9.
Bring it on.
Then I said, I will not make mention of him.
I will what?
I will not make mention of him.
Think about all the things that happen in brothers' lives where brothers could have made an excuse or said, man, I don't want to go out there no more, man. Right? Or I don't feel like going out there right now. It's cold. I'm tired. I'm sick. My head hurt. Right? My stomach hurt. I got the runs. So on and so forth. Whatever it is, it's so many things that brothers can come up with. Right? But brothers, week in and week out, come and work for the Lord.
Right.
Because we owe that to him. We owe him our lives.
Ah.
Right.
We owe him everything. Every breath we take, belongs to the Most High God.
That's right.
Right? So why should we come out here week in and week out and do the work of the Lord, man? No matter how cold it is. No matter how many times Jake and Eve walk around here like they ain't got no damn sense. No matter how many times these Edomites walk down and chanting damn another Edomite name, man.
Right.
No matter how much, right? Go to Job 15 and 21, read.
Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name. But his word was in mine heart, as a burning fire.
As a what?
As a burning fire.
As a what?
As a burning fire.
Read.
Shut up in my bones.
Where?
Shut up in my bones.
That spirit, man. That's that Holy Spirit working within you, man. That's telling you to get up and go to camp, man. Right. That's telling you to read even though you know you're tired, man. You only had 2 hours of sleep, but that's the Spirit of the Lord telling you to do these different things, man. Right? Everybody don't have that, man. Everybody don't have that urge, right? And we can't take that urge for granted.
Huh?
You can't take that voice that be in your mind telling you to do the right. You can't take that for granted, man. Because the day that's taken away from you, that's the day when you wax worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Now you feel like the things that you're doing is okay. Now you justify yourself. Then you go from justifying yourself to now you're in the world again. You still believe in the Lord though, but you're in the world and you think that that's okay. Right? So never take advantage of that Holy Spirit that the Most High God has given it to us, man. Right? Bring this out.
It's the book of Job, chapter 15, and verse 21.
Bring it on.
A dreadful sound.
Oh, what?
A dreadful sound
Read.
is in his ears.
Is in his what?
Is in his ears.
Hey, when we come out here and read the words of the Lord, man. Right? They'd rather us chant back and forth different stuff about this damn game tomorrow, man. That's what they want to hear, man. Think about it. They chanting another Edomite name all over a football game.
Right.
And the game ain't even not the, if it's the game, all right, hey, that's you and your mirth right now.
Right.
You enjoy yourself. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with watching a football game. Mind you, they've been here since Friday doing this.
Right.
The game ain't even started yet.
Right.
Right? And they uplifting and pushing up this Edomite, this so-called white man. Right? Uplifting them, man. Right? Read.
A dreadful sound is in his ears.
Right.
In prosperity, the destroyer shall come upon him.
See that it said in prosperity, the destroyer shall come upon him and destroy him, man. Right, and that's what's gonna happen to all these nations around the world, man.
Right.
In their prosperity, that's when the Lord gonna come through and wreak havoc, man.
Right.
Right, and that's gonna be a marvelous thing to see in that day.
That's right.
Right, we gonna rejoice in that stuff, right? While everybody else is being sad about that stuff. While everybody else is looking around like, oh man, what's going on? You had the elder come up here earlier and speak about that.
Right.
Right, he said, hey, if you doing what you're supposed to be doing, there's no reason to fear. The scriptures tell you that, man.
Right.
You understand? So in these different things, guess what? Hey, let them keep doing that, man. Right? Let's see how many people lifting up their voices, you understand, and chanting when our king come back, man. Right? Then the roles gonna reverse. It's gonna be us chanting. Hey, we still can chant, man.
Right. Right.
You understand? Right? But all this stuff that's going on throughout the four corners of the earth, we always got to keep the main thing at the end of the day. Man.
That's right.
And that's increasing daily. And understand what our mission statement is. Understanding what the objective is. Right? And that's increasing for ourselves, you understand, and increasing the nation. Huh? Right? That's all we care about at the end of the day. You understand? And watching the downfall of this nation. Go to Sirach 25 and 7. Right, go to Sirach 25 and 7. Right,
book of Sirach.
You got it.
The book of Sirach, chapter 25, and verse number 7.
Bring it on.
There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy.
To be what?
To be happy.
And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children.
What the Lord said?
A man that have joy of his children.
It's a beautiful thing to have joy of your children, man.
Right.
You might just look at your child and you smile. It's for the smile if it brings joy to your heart.
Right.
You understand? If you can't get right for yourself, get right for your children.
Right.
Get right for your family. Right? Get right for your household. Right? Get right for your nation. Right? Get right for your nation. It's not too many. It's too many people that don't give a damn about their people, man. Talking about specifically the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Everybody.
God bless Baghdad.
What you say?
God bless you.
What's your nationality?
Palestinian.
Oh,
Palestinian.
y'all the same ones that came around here. Hey, family, what's your nationality? All right, go ahead. Or read on the next.
Yes.
Oh, somebody.
A man that has joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies.
He that what?
And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies.
He that liveth to see the fall of his enemies, man. The Lord said that's a beautiful thing, man. Right? The elder was talking about it earlier. He said, hey, I can't wait. What's going on, brother?
How's it going?
Right, you guys chosen people, brother. He said, I'm happy I'm able to witness this, man. He said, I'm happy I'm able for karma to come back around. Right? Hey, yeah, you call it karma, guess what? Hey, that's the hand of the Lord, man. These things is always gonna happen.
That's right.
You guys chosen people, brother. Right? Why? Because this is what they owe at the end of the day.
Right.
Go to that, give me that in Job chapter give me Job 27 and 13. Job 27 and 13.
The book of Job, chapter 27,
Verse 13. Yeah.
and verse number 13.
Bring it on!
It reads thus: Man knoweth not the price thereof. It's like that's 28, 13. My bad. This is the portion of a wicked man with Yahweh,
Right? It said this is the portion of a wicked man with God. Read.
and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword.
It is for the what?
It is for the sword.
It said if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, huh? Right? See, what's your point? What are you trying to say to me? You getting destroyed, man.
Right.
You gonna be missile food, man.
Right.
Or you gonna get ravished. You either gonna die in a famine, you gonna get ravished, or you gonna die from the missiles.
Right.
Right? That's your lot at the end of the day. Or you gonna die from a disease. Right? Because that's what it is to the wicked, man. Right? And guess what? Hey, the nation of Esau is wicked, man.
Right.
Right? If you don't believe us, just read the Bible. Tell you that, man. The Lord called. Go to Malachi 1 and 3. Go to 3 verse 4. We're gonna get right to
The book of Malachi, chapter 1, and verse number 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Right.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
But I what?
But I will throw down.
God said they gonna build, but he said he gonna throw it down, man.
Right.
Right? What else did he say? That this is the point. Watch this, read.
And they shall call them the border of
what?
the border,
what?
the border.
The start, man. That's the start. That's the standard of what?
Of wickedness.
See that? So that's in the Bible. The Lord called the entire nation of people wicked.
See that?
Called the entire nation of people. Hey, don't smile. Right? I don't want smiles right now from these other nations, man. Right? Lord called them the border of wickedness, man. But we wrong when we say that they wicked, they off. Right? We off when we call the other nations wicked, or when we call the so-called white man wicked. But the Bible just saying, that's how you know people don't really read these scriptures for real.
At all.
But instead, she talking about, you're leaning on your own No, this is what the Bible says, man. Right? The reason people feel like people lean on their own understanding is because they were taught by the precept of men, and not by the scriptures. The Bible tell you how to read it, man. We say this stuff all the time, right? But back to the point. At the end of the day, right? What's your nationality? I know you're right. At the end of the day, right? We gotta always keep the main thing, and I love what the elder said. I love what he said earlier. Give me that in go to 1 John chapter. Give me 1 John 4. What verse? And 8.
1 John 4 and verse 8.
Bring it on!
He that loveth not knoweth. He that loveth not.
18.
Verse 18. There is no fear in love.
He said what?
There is no fear in love.
He said there is no fear in love. Right?
But
there's no fear in love. Right? What's love? What's that love that the Lord talking about? What's that love that John writing about? Right? That love is talking about what? The keeping of the commandments. Right? Didn't the Lord say that's how you love him? Didn't he say that that's how you show him that you love him?
Right.
Didn't the Lord said if you love me, keep my commandments?
Right.
The Lord gave you what true love was. He already gave, he showed you how, he literally gave it to you and then he showed you what it was. He
Right.
gave it to you through the commandments and then sent Yahweh Shah upon the earth to literally show you. Think about that. He gave you the blueprint, then after he gave you the blueprint, he gave you the motion picture.
see that?
Showed you an example. Because you know some people you got many different type of learners. You got some learners that you can tell them something and they know how to do it all the way from A to Z.
Right.
Right, that's the law. Then you got some people, they gotta see it.
Right.
Right, they gotta actually physically see it being done, and then they can do it. Right, the Lord gave you both, right?
Book and the motion picture.
Right? But it said, read that again.
Con, there is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear.
It said, but perfect love casteth out fear. Why does perfect love cast out fear? Because if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you have no reason to fear.
Right.
Why? Because the Lord gonna be with you. You know the angels is around you. You understand? You got faith. You don't know for a fact, but you got faith that the Lord has saved you out of that trouble. Man.
Right.
You hope in the Lord. Right? You hope and you lean upon that right arm, which is the strength of the Lord. Right? You understand that the eyes of the Lord are kept around about those that fear him.
Right.
So guess what? Hey, if you got perfect love, if you perfect in loving the Lord to the best of your ability, then guess what? You don't got nothing to fear, man. Right? Read on.
Because fear hath torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love.
See that? He has fear. Guess what? They're not doing what they're supposed to do. If you got fear, that's where fear comes in at. Think about it. Right? Because you know someday you gotta break stuff down for Jake.
Right.
Right? In sports. Right? You've been running these plays all week. You've been messing up on the play all week. All week you've been messing up on the play. Right? When they get to the game, guess what? You're gonna be scared. They call it nervous. Right? You're gonna be scared when that play. When they call that play, you're gonna be scared. Damn, man, I hope I don't mess it up. Right? But if you've been perfecting that play all throughout the week, guess what? When the game time comes and they call that play, are you ready for it? Man? Confident. You ready? Right? Yeah, you confident. You moving different. Right? And you going at full speed when you do it. Why? Because a man can't move at full speed when he thinking himself.
Hesitate.
But you hesitate. Why? Because you're not sure. But when you're sure, guess what? You move fluently. You go fluently through the motion. And
right.
you go at 100 miles an hour because you know what you're supposed to do. You know and got faith. You understand? You're going to perform. What's going on, family? You trying to take a flyer for me, brother?
We already got some.
You already got some?
Yep.
All right,
Thank you,
y'all
though.
be safe. We love y'all, all right? Yeah, for sure. So, at the end of the day, that's what we got to do, man. And that's how we keep the main thing. By doing what? Keeping these commandments to the best of our ability. Right? And perfecting that fear and love.
Right.
Take a flyer, sister. Right? And perfecting that fear and love, man. Right? Go to Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 28. Mama Michelle.
Proverbs chapter 14 and verse number 28.
Bring it on.
In the multitude of people is the king's honor, but in the want of people is the book of Proverbs chapter 14 verse number 26.
Bring it on.
In the fear of the Lord is strong confidence, and his children shall have a place of refuge.
Read that one more time, Mama Michelle.
The book of Proverbs chapter 14 verse number 26.
Bring it on.
The fear of the Lord is strong confidence.
Right? You see that? It said in the fear of the Lord is strong confidence. Right? What's your nationality? What's your nationality?
You said what?
What's your nationality? Your ethnicity?
Nationality?
Yeah.
I don't even fucking know.
You don't know?
Hell no.
Well, what's your pops?
You said what?
What's your pops?
Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you. Go ahead. We'll read that one more time. Right? It said in the, go ahead.
In the fear of the Lord is strong confidence.
Right? In the fear of the Lord is strong confidence, man. What's that fear of the Lord? The keeping of his commandments.
Right.
Love, patience, meekness, doing those things that's pleasing in his sight. You understand? Fearing the judgments. Right? Read.
And his children shall have a place of refuge.
right?
The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life.
It said the fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, man. What's that fountain of life? That fountain of life that we chasing continually.
Right.
Every single day we chasing the fountain of life, right? That's that immortality, right? Read.
To depart from the snares of death.
To do what?
To depart from the snares of death.
To depart from the snares of death. That's what we try to do every single day. We trying to depart from death. We fleeing from death. We fleeing from darkness. The only death you understand that we willingly partaking in is the death of the flesh, man.
Right.
You understand? That's why Paul said I die daily.
Right.
Right? He said I die daily. Right? That's 1 Corinthians. Right, bring that out real quick. Or actually bring that out first.
It's 1 John chapter 2, verse 28. And now, little children, abide in him, that when he shall appear, we may have confidence.
We may have what?
We may have confidence.
Right? They said abide in him. Right? If you abiding and you walking in the Lord, you walking in the body of the Lord. You understand? Walking in his commandments, walking in his faith, walking in his the things that's pleasing in the sight of the Lord. His love. Read.
We may have confidence and not be ashamed before him.
Take a flyer, brother. Brother. It's a YouTube channel. Check it out. Go ahead.
And not be ashamed before him at his coming.
Right? It said, hey, you won't be ashamed that it's coming. Right? When the Lord come back, you won't be ashamed. Man.
Right.
Right? But you'll be longing for it. You'll be looking for it. Right? You're gonna have some people that's like, dang man, I hope it ain't no time soon.
Right.
So dang man, I hope man, some people dreading that day, man. They dreading the day of the Lord. Why? Because you got people that want to fulfill the way they own lust. They want to fulfill they things that they want to obtain in this life.
Bucket list.
Right? They got these carnal goals. You understand? And there ain't nothing wrong with having a carnal goal. I'm gonna say that. There's nothing wrong with having a carnal goal, but when you proceed to put that over the main goal, then it becomes an issue.
Right.
When you put more into that carnal goal than you put into the ultimate goal, then it becomes an issue.
Right.
Read.
Con, verse 29. If ye know that he is righteous, ye know that everyone that doeth righteousness is born of him.
You see that? He's born of him, man. Right? Because the Lord do righteousness, man. He put forth righteousness upon the face of the earth when he was here.
Right.
Right? So if you walking in him, then guess what? You're going to do the same. Right? Yahweh Shah didn't fear, man. He didn't fear. Right? Bring this out.
The book of Proverbs chapter
Oh, so like yeah.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse number 31.
Bring it on!
And it,
Start at 30.
Con, verse number 30. It reads, and why stand we in jeopardy every hour? I protest by our rejoicing, it's like by your rejoicing, which I have in the Mashiach Yahushua our Lord. I die daily.
What?
I die
He
daily.
said I die daily, man. Right? That's the death that we willingly do daily, man. Right? We die daily. We kill that old man daily. We go to war daily behind it too. Read.
Con, if after the manner of men I have fought with beasts at Ephesus, what advantageth it me if the dead rise not?
God, that's it on that, right? Go to 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and I believe I'm on 18.
2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse number 18.
Bring it on!
And all things are of Yahweh, who hath reconciled us to himself.
Give me 10.
Come. Verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of a Mashiach.
Right, everybody got to come before the Lord at some point in time. Go ahead.
That everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he hath done.
It said that everyone may receive the things that's done according in their body. Paraphrasing. Right, the brother brought it out earlier in the book of Revelation, chapter 22 and 13. Right, or it's like in verse 12. Right, every man gonna be judged according to their work.
Right.
Right. Hold that. Give me that in the book of 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and 9.
2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse number 9.
Take a flyer, brother.
Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
I want you to drop right down to verse.
Come on, verse number 7 of 2nd Esdras chapter 9.
Bring it out.
And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works.
By his what?
By his works.
So even in the book of Revelations chapter 22, they tell you what? Hey, every man is going to be judged according to their works, right? In 2nd Esdras, right, chapter 9 is telling you what? That every man shall be saved, right? Hey, brother, take a flyer, King.
Oh, no, I'm good.
It's just a YouTube channel. You don't want to support your brothers?
Come back.
You're not coming back, brother. You know you're not coming back, brother. Right? Why we gotta lie to each other?
I don't know. Shit lame.
Why we gotta... I respect it more if you just straight up said no. Right? I know other brothers, they kind of don't like that, but I'd rather you just keep it 100 and just be like, nah.
Right.
Feel me? I still ain't gonna like it, but hey, I respect it. Feel me? Said, I'll be back. Right? You know. All right, brother. Y'all guys chosen people. All right, family? All right, brothers. Y'all guys chosen people.
Second Esdras chapter 9 verse 7. And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith. Right, and by faith, right? Whereby ye have believed. Right, whereby ye have believed. Right, now go back to that in Second Corinthians chapter 5. Yeah, 5 and 10. 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 10 from the top. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, that every one may receive the things done in his body, right, according to that he hath done, whether it be good, whether it be what? Whether it be good or bad. Go ahead. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord. It said, knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, what do? We persuade men. We do what? We persuade men. Right, we do this because we understand what's to come. Right? And we love our people and we want to remove our people from that, man. Why would we willingly want to see our people get destroyed? We don't take joy in that at all. Even in the book of Ezekiel, if I'm not mistaken, they tell you that the Lord don't take joy to that. Right? The Lord told you. He said what? He said, hey, go to the book of go to Sirach chapter 18. Right, give me Sirach 18 and start at verse 9. Sirach 18 and verse number 9. No. The number of a man's day at 8. Verse 8. What is man, and whereto serveth he? What is his good, and what is his evil? Right, what is his good? What is his evil? Read. And the number of a man's days at the most are 100 years. What? Are 100 years. Read. As a drop of water unto the sea, and a gravel stone in comparison of the sand. So are 1,000 years to the days of eternity. Man, it's showing you how small and how little of a grain of sand man's life is. Showing you how much man can comprehend in a short time, in a short little old span. Right? It's not much that you really learn, and when I say learn, I'm not talking about biblically or anything like that. I'm just talking about period. Compare somebody that has been on the earth 60 years to somebody that's been on the earth 500 years. Yeah. That's a giant gap. That's literally centuries of years of more wisdom added unto a man, more experiences added unto a man, more things that a man that's 500 years old has seen compared to a man that's 60. Right. Right? Why do I say that? Why is the Lord saying that, Reed? Therefore is Yahweh patient with them. Therefore is what? Is Yahweh patient with them. The Lord understands these things as well, man. The Lord knows. And I love reading things like this and seeing. What's your nationality? Cuban. Cuban, come here. Take a flyer, brother. Hold on. Let me get the camera. All right. What's going on, Ken? You trying to take a flyer for us? Support our YouTube channel? What now? So you trying to take a flyer and support our YouTube channel? Nah, man. All right. So I told you I respect the board.
Right? Go ahead. Read that again.
Con, therefore is Yahweh patient with them, and pours forth his mercy upon them. He saw and perceived their end to be evil.
It said he saw and perceived their end to be evil, man. So what did he do?
Therefore he multiplied his compassion.
See that? And all praises for that, man.
Right.
All praise for the Most High God being somebody that's understanding.
Right.
Right? But I mean, he the Lord. He's the
knower of all things.
There's the wisdom. Wisdom don't go past the Most High God.
That's right.
He literally created it. So him understanding that, he understands. Look, this is people did. Look, I know they go to Sirach chapter 21. Go to Sirach chapter, or go to Sirach 17 and start at verse 23.
Sirach chapter 17 and verse number 23. Afterward, he will rise up and reward them, and render their pot recompense upon their head. But unto them that repent, he granted them return. Love Jesus.
Start at verse 21.
The book of Sirach chapter 17 and verse number 21.
Bring it on!
Being gracious and knowing his workmanship.
And knowing what?
And knowing his
Said
workmanship.
it for the Lord being gracious and knowing his workmanship. Read.
Neither left nor forsook them.
It said neither left nor forsook them, man. And all we did was act like sheep. And that's literally the best way I can put it. Literally act like sheep. If you get a sheep and put a sheep right next to you and try to get your sheep to walk in a straight line, you understand that you walking with him, he gonna follow you, and then something gonna get his attention. If you got a lot of stuff going on, something gonna get his attention, you gonna start following that. Right, then you gotta get the stat, you gotta get him back in line.
Right.
There you go, he alright. And then he gonna see something else and he gonna go and start following that again. You gotta keep getting him back in line. Right? Hold that real quick. Go to Nehemiah chapter 9 and verse 27.
It's the book of Nehemiah, chapter 9
Take a
and verse
flight,
27. It reads,
Let me see that first. I think that's what it said. 9:27. Yep. Start at 26 though.
Con, this is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 9, verse 26.
Bring it on!
Nevertheless, they were disobedient.
They were what?
They were disobedient.
Man, start at 25, man.
Con, Nehemiah chapter 9 and verse number 25.
Bring it on!
And they took strong cities and a fat land and possessed houses full of all goods.
Full of what?
Full of all goods.
Go ahead.
Wells digged, vineyards, and olive yards.
The Lord gave us everything we could possibly need, literally, and more. Read.
And fruit trees in abundance.
Think about it. Think about literally being in a whole nother land, and the Lord literally just gave you an entire another land. He just gave you an entire different land. Right? But, go ahead.
So they did eat and were filled.
And we're what?
And were filled.
It ain't like the Lord ain't take care of us, man. The Lord's still taking care of us to this day.
Right.
Right? But our people, he did our people good, man. Nothing but good. Go ahead.
And became fat and delighted themselves in thy great goodness.
And did what?
And delighted themselves in thy great goodness.
Start getting high-minded. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, they were disobedient.
They were what?
They were disobedient.
Nevertheless, we were disobedient. And what happened? Keep going.
And rebelled against thee, and cast thy law behind their backs.
And did what?
And cast thy law behind their backs.
And unfortunately, our people still do that to this very day, man. They take the words of the Lord and they cast it behind their backs. They make excuses. They say it's a line in the street. They bend and break and twirl and twist these scriptures, man. All to their destruction. What sense do it make to say Christ died for me to be able to sin? Make it make sense.
Right.
That's called, you wanna know what that's called? It's called dying in vain. Because they was doing that already before. He was already doing it. So why would he die just so you can keep doing it? It don't make sense. But read.
And slew thy prophets, which testified against them to turn them to thee.
That's how you know we these people as well, man.
Right.
Because guess what? Jake, back then, they was killing the prophets. Can't tell me nothing, nigga. Hey, they popped Jeremiah in his mouth, man. and then blocked him up when he was prophesying the words of the Lord, right? Take a flyer, sister, right? You God's chosen people, right? And when you read that in Jeremiah chapter 28, he wasn't doing nothing but prophesying the word of the Lord, and you had the priest come up to him and punch him in the mouth, and then put him in the stocks, right? All for doing what? Saying the words of the Lord, right? Right? People do that now. They might throw stuff at you. They say, shut up. They say, you can't judge me. Only God can judge me. They say everything under the sun. They dislike the prophets of the Lord, the servants of the Lord, right? But what the Lord said, you don't dislike us, you dislike him though.
Right.
But read on.
Come. Then slew thy prophets which testified against them to turn them to thee. And they wrought great provocations. Therefore thou deliverest them into the hand of their enemies.
Into the what?
Into the hand of their enemies.
Right, so because of all that, guess what? Hey, he had to deliver us into the hand of the enemies. Why? Because of our disobedience. He gave us the right way. After he gave us the right way, he gave us everything we could possibly need. Right? He gave us land, he gave us houses, he gave us food, drink. We didn't have to create a God, we already had the greatest God ever.
Right.
And then guess what? We went astray and the Lord said, you know what? I gotta show you, I gotta teach y'all a lesson, I gotta put y'all in captivity. That's why when you read the book of Judges, literally every single chapter damn near, they was literally going in slavery, then they was crying unto the Lord had compassion, he got us out of slavery, and then we was doing right, then we went right back to the old ways and started doing what? Serving other gods. And then the Lord said, they still ain't learned, put them back in slavery. Literally on repeat, over and over and over and over again. Read.
Con, yeah, I just had a good point. And you also know it's like-minded of our people because, hey, it didn't happen immediately, man. You really sat there and said, hey, they were well-fed, they were fat, right? But nevertheless, they sinned against the Most High God. So it wasn't an immediate thing that he just gave us over to our enemies. They were living in the time of mirth, even in their sin. It's the same thing.
Detroit, yeah, baby, go Detroit. Woo!
Right?
Hey brother, take a flyer, King. Are you alright?
Con, I was just gonna say it's the same thing, man. When your mom tell you you're gonna get a whooping when you get home, man, but you never know when it's gonna come, man. So you just sit there and you kind of living, but hey, you know something's gonna come, or you just not even thinking about it until it sit there and hit you in the head, man.
Yeah. Nah, that's right. That's how you know. That's how you know it's talking about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? Good. Go ahead.
Con, written on verse 27. Therefore thou deliverest them into the hand of their enemies, who vexed them. And in the time of their trouble, when they cried unto thee, thou heardest them from heaven.
It said thou heardest them from heaven and did what?
And according to thy manifold mercies.
Thy what?
Thy manifold mercies.
Just like we read about all throughout the scriptures. Go ahead.
Thou gavest them saviors.
Right? It said thou gavest them saviors, man. Right? And deliverers, man. Right? To do what? To deliver us out of those captivities. And guess what? We got another one, man, and he on his way. Right? We got the ultimate savior, the ultimate deliverer, man.
Right.
That's gonna come through and it's gonna be the last time, man. He's gonna be that ultimate deliverer, that ultimate savior, hence his name. Right? Look, you see that? Man's coming to Detroit, people coming to that, about to get their ass smacked. I wouldn't even try to, but we just finished out the verse.
Come. And according to thy manifold mercies, thou gavest them saviors, who saved them out of the hand of their enemies.
See that? It said according to thy manifold mercies, man, because the Lord is merciful. Right? And all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's merciful. Because without that mercy, man, we would have been gone. Like we say this all the time, but it's true. Still to this day, we need those same mercies, man.
Right.
We can't take advantage of those mercies. That's why you got to go as hard as you can. Because when you shortchange the Lord, you basically saying that mercy, you know, everything that he did, and him continuously forgiving us, him sending his son and die for us so he can continuously forgive us, it was all in vanity, or you don't care about it. Right? That's like somebody giving you $1 million, or that's like somebody giving you $30,000. You homeless, somebody give you $30,000 to get you back on your feet. Then after you get back on your feet, when you get the $30,000, you get you a crib, you get you a car, you get your stuff together, you get you a job. Now you doing well. You see that same person again, and you treat him like he's nothing.
Right.
He try to talk to you, and you kind of shunning him away. That's how it is, man. But it's just on a way larger scale because the Lord, guess what he did? He laid down his life for you, man. Right? He said, no greater love have a man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friend. Right? But let's go back to that and you can drop that. Let's go back. Yeah.
2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse number 11.
Yeah.
Knowing,
So like oh no, you have it. Yeah.
The book of Sirach, chapter 17 and verse number 21.
Bring it out.
But the Lord, being gracious and knowing his workmanship, neither left nor forsook them, but spared them.
But spared us, man. And how many times out of Lord? How many times out of? Man, how many times has the Lord spared you, man, individually?
right,
Right? How many, man? In the little lifespan that you've had, no matter what the age is, because when you read that beforehand, right? Go to that back in Sirach 18. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, read 9.
Con, Sirach 18 verse 9. The number of verse 8. What is the number of man's days at the most are 100 years.
Right, it said the number of a man's days at the most are 100 years. Right? Go to the book of Genesis 6 and 3.
The book of Genesis chapter 6 and verse number 3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man.
I said my spirit shall not always strive with man. People forget. When you read the book, I know, we ain't gotta get it. When you read Sirach chapter 25 and 24, it said, through the woman, what? We all died. Really the first time the Lord cut man's lifespan was when Adam and Eve, you understand, did what they ought not to.
Right.
Because the Lord created man to be immortal.
Right.
Adam was immortal. Eve was immortal. There wasn't death. Right? That wasn't a thing. You understand? Through them, guess what happened? Then death came into the world.
Right.
Right? So man created, the Most High God created man to be immortal. Then after that happened, boom, the Lord cut man's life expectancy. That was really, technically, that's really the first time. What's your nationality? Hey, brother. Come here.
Truck brother. Food truck.
The taco truck.
Oh, okay, all right. Take a flight. All right, got one. All right. Y'all sure you ready to taco truck?
Yeah, you got the blue one.
Okay. Look like you fresh as hell. Right? But, right? So really, technically, that's the first time that the Lord cut man's lifespan for real. But what did he cut it from? He just cut it from now, first man was immortal, now man, guess what? Man got a due date. Right? But this is the second, or the first, right? The first time, right? Second time, but go ahead.
For that he also is blessed. For his days, yet his days shall be 120 years.
Right? So it said, hey, his days shall be 120 years. Right? So boom, he cut man's lifespan again to 120 years. Before then, what was happening? You had people who was living 300 years, 200 years, 400 years. You had Methuselah, he was 969.
Right.
Right? He damn near did a bed.
Yeah.
Think about that. Think about how long of a time that is.
That's a whole century.
Think about if he was on the earth right now. Think about all the stuff he would have experienced. Hey, brother, take a flyer, King. Take it right behind you, Here, take a flyer, King. You gotta show some people, all right, brother? Take the YouTube out on there, all right, King? Be safe. Think about all the stuff he would have experienced, man, in history. Just if he was alive during quote-unquote modern-day times. He would have experienced all of American history. He would have experienced the time when you had Ishmael ruling, right? When they had the Islamic conquest going on.
Right.
He would have experienced all the Russian icons and all this other, but he would have experienced damn near everything.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Or not literally everything, but a lot. What's going on, brother? Take a flyer, King.
I got one.
You got one before?
Yeah, I got a couple times.
All right, brother. You guys show some people, all right, King?
I know, for sure.
Don't forget that, brother. You're an Israelite. Family, be safe, brother. All right.
I know, for sure.
I'll praise you. So, boom, the Lord cut man life expectancy to 120 years, right? Who died at 120? Moses. Right, Moses died at 120 years old, right? But what was the difference from when he died at 120 than when man died somewhere close in that area, right? Go to, bring this out, Psalms 90.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 90, and verse number 9.
Bring it out.
For all our days are passed away in thy wrath. We spend, verse 8. Thou hast set our iniquities before thee, our secret sins in the light of thy countenance.
Go ahead, keep reading. Listen to this.
For all our days are passed away in thy wrath.
How old are you if you don't mind me asking? 72? Perfect. Bring this up.
We spend our years as a tale that is told. The days of our years are 80 years.
What?
80 years.
You know what a score is, Elder? What's a score? Score. It's 20. 20. Right? It said, yeah, what? Read that again.
The days of our years are 80 years.
It said 80 years. So this is in the Bible. It's telling you man's life expectancy. Go ahead.
80 years and 10.
And 10. Right? So 80, that's 246 plus 10, that's 70. But watch this. Go ahead.
And if by reason of strength.
And if by reason of strength.
They be 80 years.
Right? Which is 80 years. Go ahead. But what?
Yet is their strength and labor sluggish. Yet is their strength, labor, and sorrow.
You see that? Meaning the latter part of those years, it's not like it was in the beginning. Right? You talking about the children of Israel? Yeah, it's talking about man in general. But yeah, we talked about the children of Israel for sure. Right? So my point is, they were disobedient. You said what? They were disobedient before God. Yeah, you're right, they was. Do you know who those people are? You know who those people are? Okay, that's why we up here. Alright, we're gonna get to that a little bit later. Right? Because at one point in time we used to live longer than the life expectancy used to be longer than 75 years to 80 years.
Right.
We was living way longer than that at a point in time. But through sin, yeah, we was just talking about that literally. But through sin, iniquity, guess what? Lord, the Most High God cut man life expectancy. You see that? All because of sin and iniquity. Now my question is, right, you talked about the Israelites, right? You said they was disobedient in the wilderness. Can I show you something in the wilderness that was going on? Can I show you something that might be one of the most important things that happened in the wilderness aside from the covenant being made? Huh? All praise to the Most High, right? Go to Deuteronomy 28. Right, read 45.
It's Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse number 45. You know? Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Who is he talking to right now? This is Moses speaking.
Assalamu alaikum.
You're not wrong. But who is Moses speaking to right now? You talked about it earlier. Right. You're talking to the Israelites, right? Let's keep that in mind, okay? Watch this. Go ahead.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Upon thy seed forever. So Moses telling the Israelites that these curses that the Lord will put on you if you don't keep the commandments will be upon them, you understand, forever, for a sign. Alright, so I'm gonna read you 2 curses, okay? And I'm not gonna read all of them, it's 43, but I'm gonna read 2, and I want you to tell me who it sound like on the earth today, okay? Can you do that for me? I'll praise to the Most High. Right, go to 54.
Verse 54.
Bring it out.
So that the man that is tender among you,
Actually, go to 64.
Okay, come on. Verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth, even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods.
Right, I said there, so the Lord said that these people, the Israelites, they was going to get scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth, and they was going to serve other gods. Let's keep reading, read on.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Meaning we would end up worshiping gods, or these people rather, the Israelites would end up worshiping gods that their forefathers never knew. Go ahead.
even wood and stone.
Go ahead.
And among these nations,
Among these nations, what else this nation gonna fall victim to?
shalt thou find no ease.
Meaning they gonna work, and not have no ease. Read.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
They not gonna have real rest.
Right, right.
You understand? What nation so far would you say it seemed like we work, right? They throw all these different religions at us. Well, I keep saying us, right? But they throwing religions at these nation of people left and right. These same people, they don't get no rest. They gotta work their whole life, try to retire. Then even when they do retire, it ain't much to do after that.
They might retire.
Right, because you in prison, you've been back and forth out of prison, or you've been this and that, and so your benefits and all this might not be that good, and you didn't have to, it's not like these other nations, you didn't have to pull out from your 401k a couple times, because you about to fell on hard times a little bit, so you're drawing from it. Right, what's that people that don't have any ease? What's that people who foot don't find rest? That's us.
Right.
Right, go ahead.
Among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart,
A trembling heart,
and failing of eyes,
failing of eyes,
and sorrow of mind.
and the sorrow of mind, and what?
And thy life shall hang in doubt
It said, and thy life shall hang in doubt.
before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night.
Right? What people would you say they feel with sorrow? They fear for their life more than any other nation. You understand? What nation would you say that is? You old enough to remember the 50s and the 60s. Yeah, you're right. Who are those Israelites? Who are those Israelites? No, it ain't even about. I'm just asking you straight up, because you said it's the Israelites.
Right.
So who are those Israelites? Who are those people that?
They call them to say, your heart has turned against me.
Yeah.
What's that?
Cigar lounge.
Oh, I think I saw that one. Yeah.
Hold on. Before we get to that, right, right, hardened against me. You have hardened your hearts, right? As an adamant stone, right? But who is that talking about? Who is it talking about today? What nation of people is it talking about today? Think about it. Hold on. I don't want to make it too hard for you. Just think about it. Simply. What people do? Have you found rest in your life? Has the sole of your foot found rest? Right? Wasn't it many points in your life where your life might have hanged in doubt? Yeah, the other nations can't relate to that, like how our people can on the mass scale. You understand? The so-called white man, he's not worried about his life hanging in doubt. He's worried about if his trust fund is big enough for his children to inherit. Yeah, so it's like that. These things that we're showing you right now, they relate to our people. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, but they relate. You would agree they relate to our people, right? So let's keep reading on that.
And thou shalt have no assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even, and at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning. For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
It said the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt. Right? Yeah, he is talking about the Israelites. Now, that word, right. What was the Israelites doing when they was in Egypt?
Building temples.
Right, was they building willingly? Or was they being forced to
They
build?
were slave masters.
Right, well, they wasn't slave masters.
What they call them men. You got choice. You have choice.
Okay, so look, the Israelites, when they was in the land of Egypt, they were slaves, right? They were slaves to the Egyptians. Right? That's why Moses, he had to go to Pharaoh and say, let my people go. Because they were what? I just said it. They were slaves. You think the Israelites were slave masters?
The one.
Right, the Egyptians. They was the slave masters, right. But the Israelites that we talking about and reading about right now, they was the slaves. Right? They was the ones that was building the pyramids. Right? So read that again, Baba Kishon.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Said the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Right? Mind you, they just left out of the land of Egypt when this is being copied in this account. So my point is, he's using that symbolically to say slavery. Because when the Israelites was in Egypt, what was they doing?
Hold
on. Before we talk about that, I want y'all to stay with me. One more time, just so I know we're on the same page. When the Israelites was in Egypt, what was they doing? Okay, right.
Making bread.
Right. So when Moses tells them, the Lord shall bring thee back into Egypt, what does he say? He's gonna bring them back to where? To slavery.
I'm trying to see in the present now.
Right? Guess what? The past affects the present.
Right.
So that's why we gotta focus on the. So right. So that.
In the business, I can't tell you right or wrong unless I done.
Right. So, but that's why we gotta focus on the past. The past, you understand, give you the answers to right now. Right. So look, the point is.
400 years we was behind.
So listen.
Now we got one who pressed across the buck of the highest common. A forefather, you know it?
Yeah. So look.
The guy was found.
So look, in the Bible, right, the word Egypt goes back to the Hebrew word Matazarian, which means bondage or slavery, straight up. All right. So when we reading that word Egypt, not the place, but the word means bondage or slavery, right? So now we're gonna read it again. Watch this. We're gonna read it through. Right. So we're gonna read it again, and I'm gonna put it in context. All right, stay with me, King. Read it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt
Bondage and slavery
again
with
ships.
How did we get to this landmass?
We came through the Red Sea. That's all we need to know from the book.
So we came through the Red Sea to America.
We ain't out getting on all that.
Well,
God
told
them, keep your eyes on me. I will take you through the perilous time. You're going to have some hardship in your life.
You're not wrong, Elder.
You're going to have some hardship.
You're not wrong about it. You ain't said nothing wrong since you've been up here. Right? So right here, I'm saying straight up, in the Bible, Moses is telling the Israelites that they will go back into slavery on ships. You would agree that our people and our ancestors went into slavery on ships, right? Right. Did the East Indian man go into slavery on ships? Nah. Right? But our people did, right? So who does this have to be talking about? If Moses told the Israelites that they would go into slavery on ships. Talking about the Israelites, right?
Yeah.
So who went into slavery on ships?
The Israelites.
Right, and who are the Israelites?
The Israelites are.
Brother, you an Israelite.
That's right.
Your ancestors literally went into slavery on ships like Moses said what happened, right? So guess what? Aren't you a descendant of those people that went into slavery on ships? So wouldn't that make you what they are in the Bible? So brother, the point is you're an Israelite from one of these 12 tribes.
That's right.
That's what we're trying to tell you, Elder, okay? So the point is you God's chosen people, you understand? We the Israelites. You are the Israelites of the Bible. You are God's chosen people of the Bible. We those people that wasn't listening. And it ain't hard to believe.
It's a self-will attitude.
Yeah, we still got it to this day.
And we still got it.
Yeah, we still got it to this day. Right? So the point is, we're those people. So when you read this book and you're reading about the Israelites, you're reading about your forefathers and foremothers. Okay? So us being those people, we got to come back to the Most High God.
Right.
We got to get back on track.
Right.
Because our forefathers messed up. Right? Not all of them. You had many righteous of our forefathers and foremothers. But guess what? Hey, our people went astray and broke the contract we had with the Lord. So guess what we got to do? Come back to that covenant. And we do that by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Come back to the promise.
Right, and what's that promise?
Promise is
What was we supposed to do?
what you're supposed to do, keep your eyes on me.
And what does that consist of?
It's all the perilous time.
What does that consist of?
That's consists of being up there with God.
Keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, all right, Elder?
I'm pretty dog.
All praise to the Most High. Anytime you see us out here, Lord willing, we'll have something for you, okay? We out here every Friday and Saturday, all right?
Y'all, every Friday says,
Yes, sir.
I'll be out here. I will be out here. Hey, put my life on it. I'll be out here every Friday says.
Lord willing, Lord willing. All praise to the Most High. Lord willing, we'll have some tea and stuff for you, right? And if you ever see us sometimes, once a month or a couple times a month, we'll be at the Willard Mission out there giving out hot food and tea and different stuff like that and
I
clothes.
slept in the Willard Mission many nights.
Yeah, okay, so you be safe while you're down here, Elder, all right? Don't, what's your nationality? What did God call? Who are the Israelites?
You got to sit me down.
Say, huh?
Israelites
Who are the Israelites?
chosen people.
Right, they are the chosen people. Who's God's chosen people?
God was chosen.
Who's God's chosen people?
They are my chosen people.
You God's chosen people. Remember, didn't the Israelites, didn't the Israelites go into slavery on ships?
Yes, sir.
Didn't your ancestors go into slavery on ships? So what would that make you? Well, we are slaves, but nationality-wise, what did God call you?
God called me one of his people.
And who are his people?
I'm chosen.
Who are his chosen people?
Chosen people.
Who are his chosen people? What is Isaiah chapter 44:1? You just said it earlier. That's why I said we gotta stay on top. Yeah, we gotta stay on point. I know you trying to get your wisdom off, but you know we gotta attain into the words of the Lord, right? Go ahead.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen.
And whom I what?
And whom I have chosen.
Who did God choose?
So the chosen one.
Who are the chosen ones?
He said to be in Christ and be a new creature. I mean, all things come together. All those who will love God.
You're not wrong. Like I said, since you've been up here, you're not saying nothing wrong. But look, remember, we gotta stay on point. We're not in Proverbs 28:8 right now. Right now, we in Isaiah 44:1. And in Isaiah 44:1, who did he say was chosen? Who did God say he chose?
The chosen one.
Who are the chosen ones? We gonna read you. We gonna read it for you. Verbatim in the Bible. Go ahead.
Book of Isaiah 44, verse 1. Verse 1.
No.
Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant.
So Jacob is his servant. Go ahead.
And Israel.
So Israel, which what?
Whom I have chosen.
Who did God choose?
He chose Israel.
Right.
Yeah.
He chose the Israelites, right?
Right.
So who are the chosen ones?
Israel.
Right? And who are the Israelites?
Israel is the chosen one.
Right? Right. And who are the chosen ones?
Israel.
And who is Israel?
Israel.
Who is Israel?
Israel. They are my chosen one.
Right. So who are the Israelites today?
Israel. I am one of Israel.
There you go. All praise. All praise. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You one of the Israelites. That's right. That's right, Elder. That's right. Right? You can't forget that. Okay?
And I got to get on.
Okay, all praise. Make sure you grab the other side too. I want it to fall. I said grab the other side. I don't want it to fall or rip on you.
Hey, I appreciate y'all.
We out here, Lord willing, every Friday and Saturday.
I'll be down here.
Okay, Lord willing.
Hey, I remember I am the chosen one.
And who are the chosen ones?
The Israelites.
That's right. What are you?
Israelites.
All praise to the Most High God. Right? Yeah. So that. Come yourself.
With ship.
With what?
With ship.
With what?
With ship.
How did we get to America? On ships, right? So did everybody on the earth go into slavery on ships? Who went into slavery on ships, brother? That's right.
Crazy.
For yourself, know perfectly that the day of the Lord is coming as a thief in the night.
What?
As a thief in the night.
Thief in the night, huh?
Right.
The Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night, man. Nobody knows when the Lord is gonna come back, man.
Right.
Nobody knows, man.
This the book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
Right? The wisdom of the Lord, man, right? And the wisdom of life is more moving than any emotion, man, right? And that's what the Lord has given us to speak to our people, man, right? And that thing is gonna move you more than anything, man, right? It's gonna move you more than damn weed, right? It's gonna move you more than that damn Hennessy bottle, right? It's gonna sit there and move you more than damn Keisha, Letitia, right? And all these damn heathenistic women, man.
Right.
Oh, you're going crazy.